What's up, everybody? Matt Nuzzo. We're here at REAL to talk to you about the new Vadatek Syntax Binding System. So this is a completely new way to look at connecting yourself to your kiteboard. It looks like a traditional wake style boot, but it's actually far more because it's a quick release binding system. So you easily step in, and also if you eat it hard, you're coming out. So this is like a huge advancement in safety. A lot of people are like anti-boots because they're like difficult. I'm not a wake style rider. I'm not like that type of rider. So this is like, yes, this is going to appeal to the wake style boot person because it works really well as a boot, wake style boot. But to anyone else kiting that's past a beginner, right? Straight beginners still need to have their feet come in like really easy, easy in, easy out. Once you're riding, going upwind, this is actually a really good, safe system for you to use that's going to be actually a lot safer than a standard foot strap system because your foot's not just going to come flying out. The benefits of riding boots and being locked into a strap system is that you have a lot more control, a lot more power on your board, and your foot doesn't come flying out when you're through, halfway through a turn or a trick or something like that. I've seen a lot of people break ankles, knees, etc., because one foot comes out, they eat it, and they go flying sideways, So they're addressing this problem. And then also the quick release mechanism is like a ski binding, right? For a lot of years, they strapped their feet to skis, and they came out with a mechanical ski binding release system, which this has, so that if you eat it hard, you're coming out of your board. So first we'll talk about the binding mechanism here. So this is just a plate that goes onto your board. You've got a 6-inch hole pattern here. So this is pretty standard for most boards now. There's a couple brands out there that go like 6 1/4 or 6 1/2. But this will fit 90% of the boards out there. So you put it on the plate binding system. You got a really high quality ratchet system. Just a toe cup there. This is kind of the secret sauce back here with a cleat that's on the back of the boot. I'll show you. But this little system here is going to allow the heel to click right in. And then when you want to get out, you just push that forward, move your foot forward, step right out. So it's really simple. They're lightweight. A complete set of boots and bindings is about 4 pounds. Your standard foot straps are about 2.5 pounds. So it's a little more than a regular set of foot straps, but you're also considering you're basically wearing your booties as well. And that's another big safety thing. The most common injury is cutting your feet kiteboarding. So having these on your feet at all times is awesome because you have great traction. It's like having a pair of high top sneakers on. So as far as a boot goes, for wake style riding, this is a really comfortable boot. They do have a stiffer upper here. They got a nice cutout in the back here, so it doesn't, when you're kiting, you're really putting a lot of pressure here, so it's real soft through the back here, so you don't get that like calf burn that you get on a lot of other boots. It is a very comfortable boot, just simple lace setup, really strong laces. They have this pull tab so you can tighten it and also loosen the boot when you're taking it on and off. They didn't put drain holes in them, and I was asking like, hey, why don't you put the drain holes in there? And they're like, because sand flushes up in there, and then if you're in a colder area, you're having cold water flush through your boots all the time. So they, kind of went without, and I tested them out in the summer and was like totally fine. So the boot's super comfortable. It will break in. It does have a stiffer upper, and you do want to have some support for your ankle. And then they've got a nice EVA, little bones in here that's going to kind of be real comfortable. They don't gain that much weight either. Once they're wet, they're not like sucking up tons of water. This is a 9-10. I normally fit like a 10 1/2 Nikes, and I take the 9-10 boot. And there still is a little bit of room. They do run a little bit big. So just know that going in is that you basically size these boots down. So let's, most importantly, see how these things work. So I've got one boot on here. So when I'm going to get ready, I ratchet down my board, step in, lift my toe, and I'm in. Ready to go kiteboarding, right? If I want to get out, push that forward, slide forward, and it's a lot easier when it's in the water, but then I'm out of the boot, So really super, super easy. I'm in, and I'm going. Like that's almost just as easy, if not easier, to put your foot in the foot straps. What the quick release mechanism is on the back here, you've got this little cleat, right? So it has a metal and rubberized cleat so that under a lot of load, this thing is going to pop out. Combined with a plastic thing on the back of the Syntax binding, this is going to allow it to release and come out, right? So standing here, I can't just pull the thing out, but if I eat it hard, this board's coming off. Most importantly, I'm not going to just, have one foot come flying out like it happens with foot straps. So again, this is not your traditional boot. I think that this is going to be really suitable for people of all ability levels except for straight beginners. So if you want to try a new boot system, a new binding system that is really high tech, super comfortable and plush, like these things are, you know, these are really, this is a brand new set out of the box, not the set I've been testing, and they're just really comfortable and plush. And once they break in, I'll tell you that they're just super awesome and comfortable. You're not getting any cuts on your feet, and you'll have that added safety precaution of the quick release. So check us out online at realwatersports.com. If you have more questions, want to talk about fit, or if it's going to be right for you, give us a call to shop, 252-987-6000. See you guys on the water.